Classic games don't feel better because of nostalgia, but because in the last 20 years, corporate greed has shifted game design from mastery-driven systems to retention-driven systems. And that change brought upon skill trees, daily quests, battle passes, and the reason why most new games lose you after just a few sessions. It's simple. Older games were designed to be replayed, and modern games are designed to be consumed, burning your money and your wallets into oblivion. In this video, we'll teach you how to instantly recognize which games are designed to reward mastery and which ones are built to drain your time and your money, and most importantly, well, your soul. Well, let's start with what older games were actually built around. These were mastery-driven games focused on one core mechanic that gets you deeper the more you improve. Think games like Mario, Counter-Strike, StarCraft, Diablo 2, early Halo. Some might even argue RuneScape, MapleStory, mastery in grinding. I think that's a form of mastery, right? No? Maybe just the loss of childhood. But you didn't get better at these games because it handed to you. It wasn't pay to win, and it wasn't just follow the quests, go to the checkpoints, and get everything done. You got better because your timing improved, your positioning improved, your decision making improved, and if you failed, you didn't just lose progress. In most cases, you probably learned something permanent in life, which is, I remember that one time in RuneScape, someone led me out to the wilderness saying they would give me treasure goodies, and they killed me, and I cried. And then I quit RuneScape and never played again. Yeah, generational trauma. That's why these games were replayable. Not because they had more content, but because you changed every time you play them. Not always for the better. Now compare that to most modern games. Progress is no longer internal, externalized. Like, you know, I played MapleStory 2, and that game is so silly. I had no idea what I was doing. I could just turn off my brain and play it on autopilot. Instead of skill masteries, you now get XP bars, skill trees, daily quests, battle passes, login rewards. The game constantly asks, how long did you play? Not how much better did you get? I mean, look at those idle games. Who invented that? Games where you literally don't play. The key difference is that in mastery games, you play the game, and in retention games, the game plays you. If you guys are not old enough to have played some really good classic games, I am sorry, you were born in the wrong generation. And that's probably why your excitement fades fast, because once the novelty progression wears off, there's nothing left to master. Now, this didn't happen because developers got lazy. It happened because of business incentives. Probably too much business incentives. Think about money too much these days. You guys, to playing the games, yeah, you better hope you got a trust fund waiting for you. Live service games are now valued on retention, engagement, reoccurring spending, and predictable behavior. Clash of Clans, what else? Bloons Tower Defense, maybe that one's not pay to win. But you know, these days, mastery-driven games are riskier for the business. They're harder to design, harder to balance, harder to monetize, and in general, just harder to appeal to everyone. And we're seeing this across all industries as well, in film and television. Why not make something that costs so little and can make a lot of money? Why not? Why would I spend my time making a great thing when I could just make money? Well, that's why everyone's going for retention systems. They're safer, they keep players logging in, spending a little, and leaving before mastery exposes shallow design. This isn't evil, it's economics. But it completely changed how games feel. So here's how you instantly tell which type of game you're playing. Ask yourself 3 questions, and you can do this within the first hour. Do I get better because I improve or because I unlock something? If it's mostly unlocks, then that is a retention-driven game. And make sure you really identify this fast, because maybe in the hour you can still refund the game. Question number 2 is, would this game still be fun if everything was already unlocked? If the answer is no, retention driven. They want you to spend money, spend your time looking at the ads. And question number 3, is the challenge coming from the system or from timers, tasks, and checklists? It's like, are you really playing video games for fun, or are you paying to have a job? Because if you're doing that, you really gotta rethink your life. If it's checklists, definitely retention driven, and if the challenge is mechanical and repeatable, then that is mastery driven. And that's it. Once you see this, you can't really unsee it. So it isn't about hating modern games. It's about not blaming yourself. You're not broken. Your attention span isn't ruined. You didn't grow out of games. You're just playing games designed to be consumed, not mastered, not rewarded, not deserved. So now you can quit faster without guilt. Ignore hype cycles, stop wasting money, and choose games that actually respect your time. And maybe you'll get to replay some classics, not because of nostalgia, but because those games were built to last.